Welcome back. We're currently making our way to some kind of forest. Can't remember what it was called. I'm with Law on this. Whatever forest. Whatever forest. Este Luvah or something like that forest? Something like that. Valley of the Four Winds. Mahag Saar. Hello.
Ah, got sand in my eyes.
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Poodle, don't get blown away, okay?
It's not that windy, is it? Alright, well, we gotta skip.
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed. Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
Rock formation. I'm assuming that's the rock formation they're going to talk about.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dahna's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Dahnans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
Okay, so if they're not aware of their own, technological level...
Mahag Saar. A land where the winds scar, and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
I'm wondering, there's 3 planets. I wonder if there's a third faction involved in all this that's actually responsible for everything that's going on. And maybe it's a case of everything is going to be so skewed and misunderstood, and maybe the Renans are actually slaves as well. But slaves to something else, or someone else, or another faction. So anyway, the perfect brother.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Yeah, she can make up anything at this point. Right, you guys. Alpha with a
I've
wolf.
got a
Okay.
really bad feeling about this.
I'm surrounded! Ignite!
By the power, let the marksman handle this.
Raging Cat!
Hurricane!
These ones can run rings around us.
Burning
Blah, blah, blah. Air evil. Hit! Take that!
It's go time!
Hit! Here's another.
Now you see what I can do!
Not in your dreams. Magna Ray! Raging Cascade! Fred! Ray Magic Azam! Annihilation! Blah, blah, blah.
Prepare to be sealed, O fleet of foot. Actually, perhaps bound is more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
Raging Cascade!
Leave the chargers to me!
The tide of battle has turned.
That's the power of comrades in
Blah,
arms!
blah, blah.
Right, comrades in arms.
You get the gist.
Too sentimental?
You get the gist. Air Slicer! Cover the casters! Hit!
We require a hand.
Take this!
Yeah, because he's almost dead. Like, come on.
Watch this!
Round and round!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
So I still had room to grow.
Don't we all, mate?
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Retro sunglasses. And we got a skit as well, I saw it.
Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies!
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shionne?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
All I'm thinking is like, what does it smell like? Like Alphen. And my answer in my head is burnt flesh. He's gonna smell of burnt flesh quite a bit. And we're not talking like, oh, the smell of meat. It's like, it's human meat for a start. But like charred?
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
He's really concerned about the animals at the ranch. I'm not, if you haven't noticed.
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dahna, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves no matter what.
Well, old habits die hard.
Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Dahnans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
The truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
I expected Law to be just responding there, going, Esposa what? Huh? Counting the party's gold? Why? Why?
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? That unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Dahnan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dahna, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Dahnan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
But I like thrifty. And the Earth Master Core. I have to remember to look at these artifacts though, because I completely forgot about the Pac-Man one we got.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shionne's Fire Master Core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Dahnan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shionne can use theirs?
That may be because Shionne has embedded the Fire Master Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Dahnans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Dahnans and the deaths of Renans.
Dahnans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Ah, come on, Brimwell. There was no need for that. Let's check in on the reminisce, see if there's anything we missed. And no. Right out, let's rest. What should we cook? We can't get that because we ain't got any sea bream. Oh no, we haven't got any fish. Whatever will we do? Oh no, let's go with Alphen there.
That came out great. Everyone's gonna be real surprised.
Let's go with Dohalim.
Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? You worried about what's going on with Menancia?
What makes you think that?
Well, you were speaking to Kisara earlier, weren't you?
It's rude to listen in on others, you know.
Sorry. I didn't hear what you two were actually talking about, though. I just figured it was Menancia since it was the two of you.
I am but a former lord who has abandoned his post. I'm no longer in a position to lead the realm in any capacity whatsoever. Yet Kisara still seeks out my opinions, knowing full well that is the case. This despite the fact I am no longer her master either.
Couldn't it be precisely because you're not her master anymore? It's natural for friends to want to hear each other's opinions.
I hadn't considered that possibility.
It's funny what you miss sometimes.
Hardly uncommon among artistic types such as myself. When lordships are decided based solely on one's astral energy, it can lead to funny results.
But even so, you still took your job as lord seriously, didn't you?
Certainly. I learned to perform my functions. However, I was less interested in ruling, so much as avoiding life and death decisions. Of course, such a mentality in the end led only to sickening pain and death taking place elsewhere out of sight. I pretended not to see or hear any of it, content to let our supposed peace and equality keep me blind and deaf to reality. I was a fool.
But you're making amends.
I would like to think so. The path ahead is dark, yet I still walk on. I merely pray that I shan't fall down any holes along the way.
You are now closer to Dohalim.
We'd best get ready for tomorrow.
There's a lot of skits at the moment, isn't there?
Shall we get moving?
We shall. Is this even the way we want to go? We're heading to a forest, remember? What's it called again? The whatever forest? Something like that. Is this it? That's the one. Huh. Interesting.
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Dahnan bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking.
It looks like you can venture off into the forest, but you can't when you look at the map. Very interesting. Really long ladder over there. Looks like this elevator is stuck. Damn it! What the hell did the Renans do to it? We're not getting out of here unless we find a way around it. Why don't we look around and see if there's anything useful? That ladder I saw. A wise idea. Perhaps we'll find another way down. That alright with you, Shionne? Sure. Right over there, I saw it. We'll get you while we're here. Yeah. I keep going past shops. Just being like, yeah, whatever. Should sell a few things. Potatoes! Can't pick that up, okay. Ooh. It's like, get over there. Get over there. Astral. Uh-oh. Oh, felt that. Felt that in my stomach. And I'm gonna do it again. Oh, God. Nope. I tried. Okay. Okay. Go down here first, then. Oh.
Little help!
Beckoned into everlasting darkness.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Cover the canister!
Take
Magic is in!
Water,
Thunderblade!
no!
You get to dig!
I can carve
Pesky
through
airborne
armor.
scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Astral art?
That's my cue!
Hurricane!
Freeze
Shut him
laser!
down!
Thunderblade!
Glacial spear. Pierce
Watch it.
evil.
Freeze laser! One last one!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Here goes!
Yeah!
Leave the
Come to me!
Hear me!
Well, this guy
Flaming
died.
Here goes!
You attack without mercy.
Bullseye! Because I can't afford to hesitate.
Not against a worthy opponent.
Your power is
Spectacle to behold.
I'm not trying to be dramatic with it.
Still, it's a part of you.
I'm ready!
Dohalim! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go.
There we go. Is that the one that I tried to kill earlier?
With this, I can become even stronger.
Pork. What's this? Couch that looks completely out of place here. Was it for a lord? Collection of old experiment implements. Someone's been keeping mementos. Not bad. Collection of literature pertaining to astral arts across multiple fields of research. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, there's no way around that. Cristamalladillos!
Their hide as thick as armor. I'll be saving this one.
when did I get so popular?
I'll stop its charge!
In a bind?
Thanks, Kisara.
Glacial Spear!
No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Do it!
Seal!
Now
Lock!
I'm in the Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Easy!
Way to go!
Boom! I knew we could count on you!
As we all...
Aw, shucks! You're welcome.
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Maybe. Looks like the generator to an elevator. Yes. The elevator can now stop on the surface as well as B3 and B4. Before what? Yes. B3. Enemies over there. Let's have a gander down here then.
I'll hold on to that.
Indeed. No notes or anything that would be... Oh, hello. The remnants of machinery which no clear purpose, long since inactive. Big Chrysler. We got a skit anyway.
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Dahnan castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie, but damn, Renwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is, until 300 years ago.
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion, with only the underground part remaining. And then this lord decided to use it for her own purposes. Have I got that right?
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out. Whatever it is, she's up to no good.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late.
Trying to avoid the enemies then. Let's check down here first. It's reminding me a little bit of the Shinra Mansion from Final Fantasy VII at this point.
Coming through!
It's got that feel to it.
Raging Cascade! Annihilate! Seal! Mega Ray!
Does it! Resonate with
Sleep
the
now.
First strike!
Here I go!
If it cools up, time to get out of the way!
Glacial Spear!
Fierce evil! Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Keep Shionne. Can you take care of that?
No armor
sooner said
stop
than done.
me! Prepare to be
Remind me
seized.
to stay on your good side.
Actually, perhaps round is more appropriate.
Let's talk and more doing.
Blah, blah, blah.
Stalagmite! On your
Blah, blah, blah.
That's quite a
Leave the
talent.
enemy's
Your
arts
father
to me.
once made the same remark.
No complaints here!
Come
on, roll now!
Lunar corruption!
Tectonic fire pressure!
Will this help? Blah, blah, blah.
Talon hurricane!
Sleep now. I've taken too much damage.
Your helping me has become a pattern.
It's for the good of all
Art
of us.
expert coming
Is it
through.
now?
Not in your dreams.
I really owe you
I'll
one.
face you.
Not in a way. You get the gist.
In a bind?
Cover the caster.
First strike!
Raging
Begin!
cascade. In here.
Do it! Now we are
Sleep now.
freaking invincible!
Alphen and the others truly are strong.
What about me? Do it!
I'm on a roll.
Back into the fray.
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
I'm not really built for close quarters combat.
Nor am I. Don't worry, I'll help you keep a white guard.
Hurricane! I'm ready! Air pressure!
So much for sitting this fight out.
Yes, I'm getting stronger!
Care to put that claim to the test?
I'd love to, but I got this thing.
This place is full of weird machinery. Old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, the sort of unsavory research she wouldn't want to see divulged.
Even to other Renans? That's a scary thought.
I'm just thinking about lore there with, I've got this thing I need to do.
This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made into her hideout. It would certainly stand to reason.
Couple of messes. I was expecting to find a lot more in terms of notes and stuff, but nope. Turn it on. B1. That's what came before. B1. What? It's a good job. B1. See, it's above before, so it came before. So what came before? Before?
It would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. Like that. Almedra's hideout. Almedra's hideout.
By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renan castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Dahna ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already. This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
It's just there is a time and a place. It's as simple as that. Okay, so we really need to be on the other side from the looks of it. So let's check up here first, though. See if we can avoid these floaty guys. Red
I'll hold on to that.
verbena, not bad. Especially if that regrows. I doubt it does, but those kind of things are very, very good in Tales. I do know that much. Ah!
It's on!
Here I go! Denied!
Here it comes! Take that!
Concentration! Dance in the wind! Sleep now. Seal! Up and at it! Let's go! Searing flame!
A debut performance!
Almost there! Here goes!
Benediction
Blah, blah,
This one's all
Searing
mine!
flame!
Allow me to
I
help
can
you.
carve through armor!
I guess you have your uses now and again.
Told ya,
I'm ready.
Lies unstoppable.
Shame you're not like that all the time.
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Yeah.
Is there anything more magnificent than the musculature of a warrior? Perhaps it is in search of this perfect beauty that I myself am drawn into battle.
Right. Horse meat. Oh, dear. Look at the size of the cage.
I'll hold on to that.
Was that a cage for a horse or something that was being fed a horse? I imagine fed, but still. Turn it on. All floors. Q. For me, where do I need to go now? Because I need to get down to that floor, so B1 is probably what I need, and drop down the other side. It's probably around there. Yeah, no way of getting around there without hitting these guys.
I won't forgive you.
Require a hand.
Benediction light.
Here's another. Like dance in the wind. Sleep now. In here.
Its armor's too strong. A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
No further.
Far enough.
Now you see what I can do.
Raging cascade.
Negative gate. On your knees.
Sleep now.
I'm
Tidal wave.
Eat dirt.
Blah blah blah. Don't mind if I do.
Do it.
I'm on it.
Raging cascade.
Do it.
Seals.
Kisara, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life. That extra training paid off.
This seems to be it. Righto. Now, seeing as there is a healing point here, I'm thinking we're going to end this part here, and in the next part we'll carry on. So, we shall see about what is potentially a boss fight or something in the next part. Ta-ra for now.